Okay.
What's up, Papa?
Welcome to
Watch Party.
2025 Oscars.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one we're gonna be. First of all, we haven't been on the pod in a while,
Yeah.
so this is good. We're gonna be talking about the Best Picture nominations now that we've watched them all. We finished our last one last night, so we're fresh off of watching all
Yeah.
10.
Which we did not accomplish last year, did we? I don't think we saw all the
Yeah.
nominees last time.
No, we did.
We did?
Didn't we? I'm pretty sure we got all of them.
Wow. Go us.
Which one wouldn't we have gotten?
I don't know. Last year.
I feel like the last 2 years we've done well. We tried to do it in like 2019. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And we could only get through like an hour and a half of The Irishman
Yeah.
with Martin Scorsese, and then we were like, yeah, I'm done. Which was a good movie, but it was way too long. All right, I am literally still editing my list, so we're gonna talk through the list
Okay.
here in a bit from bottom to top. So we'll start with the what we have at our bottom of the list, and we'll just go up. And we'll just sort of compare, see where we've got ours.
Perfect.
And then we'll talk about honorable mentions, what our worst movie of the year was, kind of talk about next year and other things at the end. And we will give our prediction of what will win, but then we'll give our
Yes.
top movie.
Because I don't
of
think
the year.
my personal list is. If I had to bet money on,
What's going to win?
well, just like, I mean, I guess they never do order. Like, they never go to the Oscars and they go, this is the worst to best.
No, but what is... I think we should give our predictions on what we think will win.
Yeah.
And then what we would have voted for. If
Okay.
you were in the Academy, what would you vote? So we'll get to that. Yeah. Do you want to start from bottom to top?
Yes.
Or do you want me to read them all out first? And
No.
then we can sort of... Okay. You want to start from worst to best? Okay.
I'm ready.
So this is 10 films that we saw over the course of, like...
A year.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I think...
Maybe over a year.
What was the first one we saw? Sinners?
Sinners.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing it and I was like, dang it, did I already see the best film of the year?
Yeah. Totally. All right. Let's.
And we'll see if I did.
This is like a year in the making. Let's start from the worst.
This is so
On
beautiful.
3, say your bottom film. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Secret
Sentimental
Agent.
value.
Whoa. Okay.
We
All
saw
right.
those within like a day from each other.
Yeah, those were back to back, and there's a lot of sad movies on this list. Seeing those back to back was like a bummer.
Yeah.
Like heart wrenching. Okay, so Sentimental Value and Secret Agent. Sentimental Value is my next up. Was Secret Agent your second?
No.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
All right. Now I'm interested. Now I'm locked in. Why was that at the bottom of your list?
Here's the thing I'm learning about myself. Yes, I'm not great with grotesque movies, but I think like this year I've begun to like appreciate movies where I'm like, I didn't enjoy taking blank in, but I really appreciate what it did for the story. And so I'm noticing like with Sentimental Value, it like I didn't have any issues with like, oh, it was grotesque or like I couldn't digest it. It was just like, honestly, I can't believe I'm going to say this about a film. It kind of bored me.
Whoa. Okay.
Like, I don't know if it's just because, and we can talk about this more later. I don't know if it's just because we've seen so many movies this year about flawed father figures, but I don't know. Maybe I just saw it on the wrong day, and I was like, I'm kind of sick of talking about this. Like, and
Yeah.
like, I think there's so many great films you can make about fatherhood. Like, this list is evident of that.
Mm-hmm.
But out of all of them, this one I didn't think... The story didn't matter that much to me. Like, I didn't feel a lot.
Yeah. You weren't locked in with the characters.
Yeah, I just didn't really care for anyone that deeply. Like, I was like, kind of bored.
Mm. Let's talk real quick just before anything else. Theme of the year
Oh, yeah.
was fathers.
Good or bad?
Good or bad, but like father figures. I would say 7 out of 10 of these films like really take place around the role of a parent or specifically a father.
Yeah.
So I think that says something about our culture. I think that says something about the way that we learn things, the way that we relate to one another, and our first remnant of what we understand love to be, and oftentimes what we understand God to be, is our fathers. Like that's, and so that relationship's going to have the deepest impact on many people. Not all people, but a lot of people.
You can get really bummed out making
And so-
movies about it.
And there's some sad movies.
I just need someone to check on the Oscar committee, because
Yeah.
it's not necessarily that like every movie that came out in 2025.
Some really exciting.
Yeah, but there were some where I was like, this isn't that great of a movie to me, but it made it to the list and there's a reason.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Totally.
someone check on this committee.
There's a world where like in one day some committee member or some Oscars, Academy member watched Hamnet, Train Dreams,
gosh.
Sentimental Value all back to back, and was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep. Like that's it. Okay, back to Sentimental Value. So
Lots of bad dads.
yeah, bummer of a dad.
Bummer of a film. Like I didn't
Yeah.
honestly, like it's also my least memorable, and we saw it kind of recently. Like I don't remember a lot that I appreciated about it,
I liked a lot of the dialogue. I thought there were some parts of it where like I really appreciated the candidness and sort of the surrealism of like the sister relationship and but like I didn't really get I wasn't pulled in by I didn't think it ended well either.
No.
I wasn't pulled in by their relationship, like the mother and or father and daughter. And then it doesn't end in a way where you're like, wow, everything's reconciled. Like it just kind of solves itself without actually being okay. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you liked Sentimental Value more than Secret Agents. Do you want to talk about Secret Agents?
Yeah. Well, and now that I'm saying it out loud, I think maybe I want to switch that only because I think Secret Agent was so much about like a specific cultural moment, and it's like a foreign film that is particular to like what I understand, like Brazilian culture and like that time period of their political history. And so that just was lost on me. I just didn't know enough about it going into it. And yeah, like it was cool. Like it was a good movie. Like there were parts of it that were really exciting and entertaining. And I think that the opening sequence, the opening sequence of him like at that gas station. Do you remember that with like the body? Like that is a great opening. Like I was kind of locked in by that. But it just didn't. It didn't really go anywhere after that for me to feel like I was taken on a journey. Like I had more questions at the end than I had at the beginning of the movie. So. But that doesn't feel like a fault of the movie. That feels like I wasn't the target audience, and I didn't know enough going into it. Man, that's the second time. Yeah. What did you think of that movie?
Of Secret Agent?
Yeah.
Well, yes, I agree with you. Like there were some aspects where I was like, dang, like if I went into this knowing more, I think I would have appreciated a lot more. So I did have my moments where I was like, I'm confused, or I wish I understood like the significance of this, but it was such like an interesting movie and just such like a wild ride. And yeah, I remember seeing it back to back with Sentimental Value, and maybe that's why I felt so bored watching Sentimental Value, because with Secret Agent, even when I was like feeling a little bit lost, like, am I following this correctly? It was still so interesting. Like I had to stay locked in, like, oh man, like where is this gonna go? And which I think is especially impressive when it is a foreign film, you know?
Mm.
And I guess was Sentimental Value like a
yeah, it was like
Norwegian?
I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, but I think like I don't know, sometimes there's Oscar nominees that are like foreign films and it's like, man, like we might not appreciate it the same way because we don't understand the context, but
yeah.
It was amazing to me. It still like made me feel a lot even when there were moments I didn't totally understand.
Well, and last year, like I'm Still Here was nominated. That was a great movie.
That was
like
excellent.
And I didn't really understand everything, all of the complexities.
But it made me want to learn more.
That. But it made me. Secret Agent was like, from what I understand, it's like pretty fictional.
Yeah.
And so it's more fictional than I'm Still Here, like for sure.
Yeah.
I'm Still Here was like a real person in a real event.
Right.
And this one was like a story.
Yes.
And so I just I that also took it out for me. Like I was just like if honestly, like if it had said like this is a true story, I'd have been like, whoa, okay, I'm locked in. But just I don't know. I just it wasn't I wouldn't have nominated it for Best Picture.
All right.
There were really good moments, but it just wasn't there for me. But Sentimental Value was my second, which means that you have a different number 9 spot. So what's your number 9?
3, 2, 1. Begonia.
Whoa. Okay. Wow. So you really didn't like Begonia.
Yeah.
I have that pretty farther up on my list.
I think my bottom ranks are basically which ones I was bored the most.
Which is fair.
Which
is a good way to make a list.
Which makes me grateful that we saw both of those in theaters. Because I think if we would have watched them at home, I probably would have paused them a lot. Probably would have zoned out a lot more. But like I had to take it all in one sitting and I had to pay attention. So I'm glad I did. But yeah, like both those movies, I remember feeling bored or feeling like blank has taken a really long time. Like this is going on for a while. Can we move on to like something different?
Yeah.
Like especially Begonia just felt like I feel like that concept was fun. It could have been like a really fun short film. Mm-hmm. But there were just moments where I was like, didn't we like just do this scene? Like, didn't we just have this conversation?
Yeah.
So that's like my main reason for putting it so low is that like now that I know how it ends and everything, like I'm glad I saw it and I'm able to like have participate in conversations about it. I don't see myself rewatching it.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I don't think I will rewatch it too, but this is also true of the movies at the top of my list, but I liked those ones better. I was on the edge of my seat for most of Begonia. Did you felt like you were bored? I didn't feel that way. I watched it and was like, whoa, like I want to know what happens. Like I want to know how this resolves itself. It was a great like elevator pitch. It was a great like here's the setup, and I don't know. I was just locked in on that, and so of like this woman's kidnapped. How's she gonna get out? I didn't love the ending, but I kind of chalk that up to like the writer and director. Like it's also kind of a foreign film. Like Yorgos is like more known in the Greek world, and so I like when it ended the way it did, which I think this is a spoilers filled podcast, so we can say it. Like when it ended the way it did, it was like I was like that probably wasn't a great ending. I didn't love the way that it like resolves itself, but it didn't really take away from like the journey of like she gets kidnapped and she has to find her way out. Okay,
you and me are the opposite.
Yeah.
I loved the ending. I thought the journey took too freaking long.
Really? Okay.
Like I think the ending I predicted that kind of. I didn't predict every detail, but I kind of got the gist that that's where we were going.
Were you thinking she was an alien the whole time?
Yeah, like I was just like
really.
I just feel like that's something he would do. Like I feel like this movie's gonna gaslight you. Like it's gonna make you feel psycho.
Uh-huh.
And so I think maybe that's why I was bored, because I was like,
I already know.
he's gonna do something so crazy at the end. Let's just get there.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, and I think it's hard. Like, so much of it takes place in like a basement and in this like old house. I don't know. Like, they're just. I think maybe I felt claustrophobic watching it.
Yeah, which is like maybe the sign of a good film, but not a great experience.
But I thought the ending was like really funny. Like, I love that like it like hit details that this guy who you thought was psycho, it's like, oh, I guess he had it right, and we were like, we thought he was the villain.
Yeah,
and even like the very cheesy like glimpse into like the alien world, I was like, this is fun.
Okay, yeah.
Do your thing, Yorgos.
That's fair. I don't think that's that far off. I just think Jesse Plemons is such a good actor that
he was.
Watching him, I was just like, he's locked in, and like, I'm genuinely terrified.
He's such a good actor because like, I was genuinely pissed off for most of the film. Like, I was like, I want you to stop talking.
Yeah,
that's how good you are at this.
Yeah, my heart was racing at parts. And it also, it's up there with like top 2 or 3 bloodiest. Like, it might be the most gory.
You think so? No.
Sinners was bad.
Frankenstein was bloody.
Yeah, but I mean, Begonia, like, there are some gunshots and there's some stuff that like,
you know what?
Up.
I
you
didn't keep my
away
eyes open for that part,
for a lot
so
of it.
you would
like,
know. Sorry.
I feel like Begonia
I'm like,
was
I was
graphic.
bored and I wasn't even looking.
It might not be the worst of all that are on this list, but I mean, even like Marty Supreme was like had some tough parts, but I still think like just the way that this movie was paced and the way that it just like didn't shy away from like some pretty grotesque things. Yeah, it definitely was higher on my list than it was for you, but I think this is something I think I'm learning about you. I don't think that you dislike scary movies.
I just need a good story.
Yeah, I think that you need a good story, and I think you don't like psychological thrillers.
What?
Like a movie that is...
Those are fun.
Like Begonia?
I just got bored.
Okay, so it's dependent on the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of like something from last year.
Like, would you call Parasite a psychological thriller?
I don't know. That's tough because that's like very genre bending and it's kind of foreign film.
That was
so good. Yeah.
Okay.
If we had to do like a number one movie of all of the ones that we've talked about or watched, or like we've been doing this since 2019, which is when Parasite came out. Do you realize that? That was like the first year that we watched all the Best Picture nominees, and
that was a good year to start.
That was a phenomenal year. It's kind of been all downhill from here. I would put Parasite as like our number one movie that we've watched doing this. But yeah, no, Begonia was higher for me. And I just think maybe I love those kinds of movies.
Okay.
Like I kind of live for a movie that'll mess with your head. So that's just all it is for me. Okay, so we've talked about our ones and our twos. We're 3 movies in. What was your 8?
Okay.
Before
we say it, I struggled between 7 and 8, so I'm committing. Wait,
sorry. Have we talked about was your 7 or 8 Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, or Begonia?
So far I have Sentimental Value, Begonia, and then you probably already know.
Secret Agent.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So our bottom.
What's your?
I'm still editing this list.
I know. No, I literally just swapped.
Okay. No,
I think you're gonna think I'm crazy. I just swapped 7 and 8.
Really? Okay. Okay. No, I think I have to put Begonia at 8.
You don't have to. Don't
no,
do
but
just because of me.
I liked the movie. I can't put it above the ones that are ahead of it. Like
You like
it
F1
honestly
more.
is. Okay, do you want to go with 6?
Hold on.
Or sorry, excuse me, 7?
Sorry, 7 is Secret Agent.
So mine is Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Begonia
Okay.
at 8. So 7 will be 3, 2, 1.
F1.
Frankenstein. Whoa. Okay.
So I literally just swapped F1 and Secret Agent.
Wow.
And my only reason, are you ready?
Hit me.
I thought Secret Agent was a lot more interesting, but I had to swap it because I think there were just too many like impressive shots in F1 that I was like, I gotta give it a spot above. That is the only thing that made me do that. I think the story in Secret Agent was a lot more interesting though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't like racing. You don't like cars.
I also just don't like this movie looked like almost like fake. These cameras are too nice.
Yeah.
Bring back the grain. Maybe that's why I like Secret Agent.
It's because
It
it
was
looked
very
filmy.
filmy,
It looked real.
The colors.
Yeah.
It was like this like tapestry of like real life.
Yeah.
Like even just the scenes of them in like the little like apartments and everything. And like F1, I'm like, I have to acknowledge like this was really impressive. I just didn't feel a lot watching this.
In F1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah. Let's talk about your number 6.
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein.
Now you've got me thinking about F1 worse than it was. Maybe I want to swap these. No, I'm going to keep it. I liked Frankenstein. Don't get me wrong. I think it was good. I just the way that like you have an appreciation for Gothic literature that I don't.
Which I did not like this book growing up.
Yeah. But I think this movie timed well for you. Like we saw it around the time that Wuthering Heights came out and like you were reading a lot of books, and so it felt like you were just in the narrative world that this kind of exists in. And there were parts of Frankenstein that I really liked, and it was mostly the writing. It was mostly like the dialogue and just
very
like
good.
It was a beautifully spoken movie.
Yes.
Like for like the voice acting that he does as Frankenstein and like kind of the characters being like the character portrayal. If I could read the script to this movie, I probably would, because there's just so many beautiful sort of tidbits and
maybe you would like the book.
Yeah, I probably would. Like this movie made me want to read the book, which I don't usually want to. I didn't feel that way at Wuthering Heights. Like I didn't, you know what I mean? And I didn't even feel that. I didn't even feel that way about like Les Mis or like other movies that were made from classic novels. But this one I was just like, wow, it's beautiful. I just think visually there were parts that were kind of cheesy and
really,
and I wasn't, knowing that it was Guillermo del Toro, I wasn't as impressed by like the graphic nature of it. And let me say this. If the whole movie was the parts where he's like out on the ice and it's like Frankenstein's like coming after him, like trying to kill him, you know? I would have loved that. I would have like loved if you told this movie entirely from Frankenstein's perspective and you didn't, or from the monster's perspective, excuse me, and you didn't, it had nothing to do with like the Frankenstein.
That could have been fun.
I would have like, and just make it like a legitimately scary like monster movie. I would have been locked in.
Have they done that before? Like I'm sure there's a lot of Frankenstein movies.
I mean, recently, when was the last one you saw?
Never.
Like I don't know. I just think I was like,
that could be fun.
I was watching the scenes where he's like like fighting with the wolves and the whole like ship, the whole like interactions on the ship.
Yeah.
I was like, this is sick. I'm genuinely terrified of this creature, and
I'm scared.
like I love watching that, like him, all these people
Uh-huh.
cower, and like, you know, the suspense of like, what is this thing, and is this monster gonna kill them all? And then I just lost interest when it's Oscar Isaac as like Dr. Frankenstein, and like,
He's
and I
the
think,
worst.
yeah, and I think maybe that's the point. Like, I think that's like you're supposed to hate him, and there was also some lines in there that like were like you're the monster, like the only monster I see is you, and I was just like, okay, I like that's probably in the book, but
I know now I'm trying.
also
now I wonder
that feels like a 14-year-old like wrote that, you know.
Real eyes, real eyes, real eyes.
It was very much that. It was like you saw a lot of Banksy. I don't know. So it was good, and I'm still debating whether or not to put it above F1 because F1 was also kind of like that.
It was very cheesy.
But it was also like super cheesy, and it was beautiful. F1 just looked better.
Yeah.
Overall. Like there were parts of it that I was like, this looks fake. This looks like AI. But F1 was just like visually a more beautiful movie. But it was very much like F1 to me felt like I was watching A24. No, I felt like I was watching Apple TV make a Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's just not my style. So.
Yeah.
It's impressive. I'm just not my fave.
Yeah. And for all of the like, well, I don't even think so. Brad Pitt is an excellent actor.
Oh, yeah.
Like he is legitimately good. And I was like watching this movie, I was like, dang, like 2025, my boy still got it. Like, you know.
I know. He's so good.
He will be a like well talked about actor.
Brad Pittstop.
Okay, so that was my
number 6.
Number 10, 9, 8.
Oh wait.
Frankenstein was my 7 and F1 was my 6.
Okay.
What was your 6?
3, 2, 1. Train Dreams.
Okay. This is my next step. So we have one that's off. Wait, so what have you what's
here's
above? What have you not? You haven't listed Frankenstein.
No.
Wow, okay. So read
This
back.
was also a debated swap.
Yeah.
So here's where I'm at. Sentimental Value.
Okay.
Begonia. Secret Agent. F1. Train Dreams.
Okay. Talk to me about that.
Can I just say?
Because that's my next up. That's my 5.
I was not excited to watch Train Dreams.
Trailer does not give you anything to like sink your mind into.
Nope. And honestly, the only reason I have it as low as I do, I think watching at home and going in with like kind of a low expectation, I was kind of tuned out in the beginning because like there's all these like really gorgeous shots. And I was like, I don't really understand what like the point of the story is. Like maybe that is the point. Like maybe it's not supposed to be like a story and more so just like this tapestry of like wow, like to appreciate the mundane in this like logger's life. And I was like, all right, like it's really pretty. I just don't really care about the story. And then it wasn't until like we got the sense of, oh, this is where we're going. Get ready. Get ready to sob.
Yeah.
Because this is the best it's gonna get. And like once I knew like, oh, this is the story. And then as you work towards the end, I was like, this movie made me, how do I even word this? It made me appreciate like the mundane and even the suffering in my life. Because there was something about this movie that I wasn't expecting. It was such a good film about grief, which has also been a theme of films this year, a few. But I think it dealt with grief in this way that was like, here's how certain this is, and here is what life looks like afterwards. Like, I think sometimes with grief, we like get to know characters in like the middle of it when it's like I don't really believe it, or you get flashbacks and everything. But this movie was so like, it has like, the incident has passed and here's what he's still like holding on to for hope. Here's what he wishes would happen. Like, you literally have to face this like awful reality with him, and it still is a beautiful movie. It's insane. Like, there's so many like heart-wrenching scenes, and it was still one of the most stunning, and like it was so heartbreaking, but it genuinely like also was healing.
Yeah.
And I keep like, that's so amazing to do that in a film.
It was so good.
It was so gorgeous. Like, even if I could just have like photos of like stills from that movie.
Yeah.
Oh man. Beautiful.
No, yeah. I've one Letterboxd review was like, every frame of this could be an art piece.
Yeah.
Which was like, yeah, just
it was so impressive.
It was so good. And I think it also, there are a lot of movies that are sad at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Or like there's sad moments. But like, this movie was interesting because the tragic thing that happens, like the fire burning everything down and causing so much pain in his life, happens like dead smack in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
It does, like, it's probably closer to the beginning than it is to the end.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't follow like this normal narrative arc of like, here's your hero and like here's the inciting incident and here's the journey he goes on, here's the climax, and then here's the resolution. Like, it doesn't, it's not like a storyline through where you're like, he's different than he was at the beginning. It's just like, this is you're gonna sit with this man as he suffers one of the worst things that could happen to somebody, especially at that time, and then see the reality of what life is like for him as he recovers.
I'm gonna cry just thinking about it.
Yeah, it was so good. I think this movie is overall sadder than anything else. Like, Hamnet was, there are moments in Hamnet where I'm like, ugh, like I probably, my heart probably moves a little bit more, but Train Dreams was on the aggregate or on the whole, like just so heart wrenching. But it's still, it's a movie that I would like. This is gonna sound sadistic, but it's a movie I would like put on in the background, like just to have the aesthetics and the beauty of it, you know. Like, I'm not gonna be like.
I thought you were saying it's like a comfort movie.
I don't want to go that far, but it's a movie I would watch again without being locked into it because it's just pretty. It's just like aesthetically, so beautiful. And I think it was. There are movies that like are also, that's another theme of this year is books being adapted. Hamnet, Frankenstein, this one, like a lot of the movies this year, now I'm thinking about it, are like based on written works or based on like novels, like books. And this one I think probably gives a lot of credit to the book because like it's so character driven.
Yeah.
And it's like a book like that probably has to be so descriptive and so detailed, but yet so authentically, beautifully written that it translates to screen in that way.
They made you adore characters like 10 seconds into meeting them.
Yeah.
Which made everything else more tragic because you loved everyone so quickly. And
like in a time period and setting that most people are not familiar with at all. Like, it takes place like in Washington in the 1917. Like, that is, nobody knows a lot about that, what life was like back then. Like, I knew very little, but yet watching it, I could like witness a character do something and then be like, oh, I know who that is. I know exactly what kind of guy the William Hasey, the like the guy I called the Lorax at the beginning of the movie. He was like, I speak for the trees.
No, literally.
And like just like the wife.
These trees are over
like,
500 years old.
Yeah, he's such a good character movie. It's such a fun one. All right. So that was my 5. So I only have 4 left. And these are like what I'm calling the big 4 left. So what's...
Train Dreams was your 5?
Train Dreams was my 5.
And it's above Frankenstein?
It's above F1.
It's above F1.
Yeah, and Frankenstein. So mine goes from bottom to top. I'll go bottom to 5. Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Begonia, Frankenstein, F1, Train Dreams. What was yours? Was what was your 5?
My 5 was Frankenstein.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I had a feeling we were gonna have the top 4 the same. Honestly, I like last year it was like we knew the bottom 3 or 2, and I was like, it's just a matter of what's the worst. Like it doesn't.
Right.
I think last year we knew what the worst was. Everything else in the middle was kind of up for debate, and then our top like 3 were like pretty much locked in.
Yeah.
And this year I felt like I know my top 4.
Yeah.
And I just don't know anything else other than that. And any one of these could win, and I would feel okay.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'd be so happy. But I think we'll have the same number 1, but I feel like 4, 3, 2 will be different. That's just my thought.
I think so too.
You want to say 4 at the same time?
Wait, Frankenstein. I want to talk about Frankenstein.
Okay, you want to talk about Frankenstein. What do you think?
Okay. I was debating if I was going to have it above or below Train Dreams. Again, maybe if I watched Train Dreams. Because again, I did not have any expectations. I was like, I'm going to be bored. We're just going to finish this movie. So I wasn't like super locked in the beginning. So maybe my feelings would change. Frankenstein, however, do you remember I did not want to watch it?
You almost refused.
Yes, because I didn't like the book growing up. Like I thought the book was like, yeah, kind of just didn't keep my interest. But I had heard that the film was really grotesque, and also just from the trailer it looked so dark. And I was like, maybe it's going to be like this really dark twist on Frankenstein. Like it already is a dark story, but I thought visually like they're going to make it like even more intense. And I was like, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to do it. And I remember Aubrey, shout out to freaking Aubrey. She was like, you have to watch it. It's gorgeous. You're going to be fine. But like, it's a gorgeous film. And I was like, how can that be? And yeah, I'm just really impressed. Like when you were saying F1 was beautiful and that was your reason for putting it above, I think Secret Agent or something. I think, it was Frankenstein.
Yeah. You thought Frankenstein was more beautiful.
I thought it was more beautiful. I thought it was gorgeous. I thought wardrobe was incredible. Like, again, like it was a film that was so dark, but it still felt like really beautiful to me. And even like the way they created like the monster, I thought it was really cool that it was impressive that it was like, okay, this is a scary thing to see. Like it has this like ugliness, but also because of the storytelling, like there was this tenderness for the monster. Like, I don't know about you. You love this guy by the end. Like you feel so sorry for him.
Yeah.
And like when you were saying you want to know his perspective, like that's a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
And I think that was really impressive to pull off. But yeah, I just thought it was gorgeous. I thought the pacing was amazing. And I think for being adapted from that book, from what I remember, excellent job. I'm sure if I were to reread it right now, maybe I'd be like, they left out this detail. But like from the things I do remember, man, like they hit some really important parts. And again, I think the pacing was good. I feel like they spent the right amount of time on everything. Like I didn't feel like, oh dang, like we barely talked about this part or this aspect. So yeah, I just want to say I thought it was really gorgeous film, and it also made me feel feelings.
Yeah. That's fair. I don't think that's wrong. Frankenstein to me was more of a bummer than the other two, which is insane because Train Dreams is like a real bummer.
But at least
like,
it makes you appreciate life at the end.
But yeah, there is
Frankenstein
like,
makes you wish you were never.
Frankenstein like makes me bummed that I'm part of the human race, you know? But Train Dreams is like, I love people so much, and there's so much to grieve, but there's so much beauty.
Yeah.
Frankenstein was like, I hate people, you know?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Beautiful in a different way. Like, I literally felt like if you were to bring a book to life, that is how you do it. That was gorgeous.
That's true. And I did think that Frankenstein, there was a lot of truth about human nature in Frankenstein that I would never think could be shown quite like that in a movie. Like, just so much about how he, like, what his perspective on the world is, and how dark, like, human outlook on innocence can be. So yeah, I hear that, but maybe it's just the Gothic literature thing. Like,
that's okay.
I can't get over it.
We're gonna say our number 4.
All right, number 4, and this was a tough one. And honestly, give me like 10
maybe
seconds.
Maybe ours is the same.
You think we have the same from here on up?
I think so.
All right. You ready?
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Number 4 on 3. 3, 2, 1.
Hamnet.
Whoa!
I knew it.
Okay. That makes sense. You should start this one off because another one adapted by a novel that you read in preparation
and loved.
No,
not in preparation.
Oh, just in general.
So I was like, I don't care what. Like, honestly, I went into this one. I'm gonna love it no matter what, because that book was truly my favorite read of 2025, and so I think just to see it like come to life, I was just excited to see that. I don't really have any bad things to say. I think now it's just a matter of what we put above other ones. But yeah, I thought Hamnet, the first viewing, I was very critical. And I was critical because I think I had to read the book very slowly, and there were certain things where I was like, okay, like I need to remember that. That's a really important detail. Like, I thought there were so many things that would be confusing on screen if you didn't read the book. And so I think I put this like weird pressure on the film of like, well, you have to explain everything because no one's going to understand like why this is so significant. Like, the book's so well written and it makes you care for certain details because you know certain things. Yep. And so I was like, dang, like what if they don't know that about Agnes and everything? Like, are they still going to care? Are they going to understand? Like, and yeah, so the first time I'm really glad I saw it with you. Because I had to ask, like, did this movie make sense to you? Like, did this hit you? Did this part, like, did you see any significance? Did you understand this connection? And so I was very critical that first time. But I think hearing, like, your perspective, like, you were still able to appreciate it and you didn't feel super lost. I was like, okay, cool. And then seeing it again with Nicole. Shout out to Nicole because she's literally the one who gave me the book as a birthday present. That was cool to compare your guys' viewings, and I feel like I just saw it with fresher eyes. Because I think after hearing from you that you still appreciate it and understood what was going on, I think I just went in like, it's just let the movie maker do their job. Like, let them tell the story the way they did, and you can appreciate the book on its own. And so I think the second time, I had much fresher eyes, and I was like, yeah, it's stunning. I think the acting was phenomenal in this. Like, even the children actors, oh my gosh. But again, like, I just love a movie this year that makes me feel things. And like, similar to Train Dreams, like I weeped so much during this film, but it ended with me feeling like so grateful. Like, I walked out both times like, man, like there's so much power in storytelling. Like, we don't know if this is the reason why Shakespeare wrote Hamlet. Like, we don't know that. But it just, the way they told the story was like this beautiful reminder of like people, like so many people use art to grieve, and like everyone grieves differently. And so it just made me appreciate like, man, there's so many amazing like stories out there that we've gotten to experience because that was how someone processed their emotions. And so I thought it was gorgeous. Again, the acting was phenomenal all around. So good.
Yeah. I feel like she deserves
a new award.
I mean, there was a lot of good female actors this year, but I can't think of a better
Jessie giving
portrayal
birth
than her. Yeah, that was insane. No, going into it without having read it, I think you maybe had given some context, or at least some sort of 30-second elevator pitch on what the movie was about. But I think I probably would have enjoyed it more having read it. But I think it still holds up when you haven't seen it, and there are things that might be a little bit confusing, but the emotional beats are pretty clear. And yeah, the kid actors in it are phenomenal too.
Broke my heart.
That just is, yeah, especially the boy Hamnet. Like I don't know how you direct somebody like that, like a little kid to make a movie about something so heavy. Must be like a weird thing to direct, and she just did such a good job. So, yeah, and it's hard to put this one at 4 because it feels like it should be higher, but it's just so other good movies.
Yeah, I think in a way too, before we say our next ones, like, there was a lot of simplicity to this film. You know what I mean? Like, costumes were gorgeous, but also you mostly saw everyone in the same, like, 2 outfits. And, like,
yeah,
you see the house for a lot of it. Like, so much of the middle of the movie is just inside their house. So I think, like, everything was done with excellence, but I think the next movies we're about to talk about, like, there's just so many other elements that are, like, otherworldly.
And this was a sad movie. The other ones are, like, exciting. So they're just going to stick with you for a little bit longer. But the scene in Hamnet where you think that one of the girls is, or no, that he dies and he gets into bed with his sister, and is like, sees death in the corner. That was the first time in a long time in a movie where I like welled up with tears.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, this is heartbreaking.
When he was like scared.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I don't even remember what he says. He says something like,
he's like calling for his mom.
Yeah, but he says like, I'll be
trick it.
Yeah, it'll think it's me. Like, take me instead. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, Train Dreams was like hard to watch, but there was just something about that scene and just how like innocent this kid was that I was like, this is just breaking my heart.
And with Train Dreams, like, we knew there was a lot of heartbreak, but like a lot of the visuals weren't that hard to take in. Like, it was just, you knew the weight of it. And I think Hamnet lingers so long on like heartbreaking scenes. Like, you watch this mother go through everything with these kids, and you have to sit in it. Yeah. And like with Train Dreams, we sat in like the aftermath. Totally. But with Hamnet, like, no, you're going to watch this.
And I think there's something to be said about movies without a clear villain. Those are hard movies to get locked in on. You know, who is the villain in Hamnet? Death, life, time? Like, there's not like there are characters that you're like, I'm not rooting for them, but none of them are the reason that the main characters are in the struggle that they are.
It just is the way it is.
It just is the way it is. And so that's why I think, like, you're watching it and you're like watching her, the mom, Jessie Buckley, like, grieve such like a heartbreaking thing, but you're also not holding it against William Shakespeare. No. Like, you're not upset with Paul Mescal, like, angry. You're just like, wow, this is a tragic thing. Yeah. Versus, I think, and like, Train Dreams is kind of the same way, where you're like, there's no bad guy, but this is just like a reality of that time period and the work that this guy does cutting down trees, that you're like, this is horrible to see, but there's no villain. Like, F1 has that. Begonia, like, kind of has that. Like, you think one person's the villain, and they might not be, but like, at the end there is. Even sentimental value, you're like, you kind of hate the dad. Like, you're not rooting for him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just think movies without a villain are usually less tantalizing. They're not like movies you get like locked in on. But I was locked in on this movie. I was just like with these people. Yeah. It was beautiful. Okay. I'm glad we had the same number 4.
Cool.
You want to go number 3?
Okay. Before we do,
I'm actually still deciding. Let me look at my list.
my 2 and 3 were very close.
Same. All right. We have the same ones. All right. Make your pick on 3.
I have, but I'll explain why.
Okay. Yeah, I have my pick. Ready?
Okay.
Your
number
third
3.
best film of the year. 3, 2, 1.
Marty
One battle
Supreme.
after another. Dang it.
Let me say
Okay.
something.
Let's talk about these two.
I think Marty Supreme is a more impressive film than One Battle After Another.
Okay.
I think that, and I believe that.
For sure.
However, again, this year I just want to feel the feelings when I see the movies.
Okay.
And I think, granted, I think I would like to rewatch Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to forget. Like, it was just so much happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm starting to forget certain things. But I think all in all, it was so much more impressive, like costuming wise, cinematically. Like, I mean, even like the array of actors, like, oh my gosh, like Marty Supreme was so excellent. I really love the story in One Battle After Another. And I can't wait to rewatch it again. So that's my only reason. But like, I do think Marty Supreme is a better film. I personally love One Battle After Another.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's fair. And you might be convincing me.
But again, I would love to rewatch Marty Supreme.
They're both so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. One Battle, I think, has such a long exposition.
Yeah.
And there were things that I was like, it was cool to watch, but I could have gone without. And both, I think One Battle After Another has some like odd like sexual themes that I was like, I know it's based on a book and I don't know what's in there and what's not. That I was like, it's interesting, but it I just felt like there was so much tied to certain characters in One Battle After Another, specifically the mom. That I was like, like it's cool, but it doesn't serve the story as much.
Oh.
But now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't even know what I would take out. Like, it's all it all does kind of point back to the character, at least the daughter. I think maybe I put One Battle After Another at 3 because I just hate Lockjaw so much, which maybe is why I should put it at 2. But he's so good at just making you hate that guy.
I mean, with Marty Supreme, that's how I felt. I was like, I'm really pissed off at Timothy Chalamet.
But you end up rooting for him.
I didn't.
You were hoping he would lose the whole time?
You better learn your lesson.
Yikes. Okay. Yeah.
I think both movies did a great job of like, dang, I kind of hate this person.
Yeah, no. And how could I put One Battle After Another when it's got Sensei in it? Like, every scene that he was in, I was just...
But I think, again, there were so many elements and so many impressive shots in Marty Supreme. But again, it was a jam-packed film. Whereas, like you said, with One Battle, like, there are
things that drag.
Yes. And then there's things where it's like, all right, this is where the journey started and we're picking it up. But Marty has, like, a lot to it.
Yeah. 2 movies I was glad I saw in theaters.
Yes.
Also, I just want to point out that our top 4 movies we saw in theaters, our 5, 6, 7 we saw at home, and then our bottom 3 we saw in theaters. Is that correct?
Yours, yeah.
Yeah. You might have a slightly different. But from what I can glean from that,
Yeah, our middle. No, you're right.
our middle section
we saw at home.
all saw at home, which
maybe
impacted the viewing experience, or maybe not. I don't think so. I would have loved to see Train Dreams in theaters.
Yeah.
And Frankenstein would have been cool, but also I wasn't aware of that going into it. And I think trying to convince you to see Frankenstein's in theaters for the first time.
No, I'm glad I saw that.
So I don't know.
I probably would have missed more because I would have looked away more.
Yeah. Back to One Battle versus Marty. Yeah, I'm still going over it in my head, but I think Marty Supreme was he's such a like character. That's like the big thing about this year, I feel like, too, is there are like really strong, interesting one character driven movies. Like Train Dreams, like he's really good in it. William Hasey's good. Like all of the actors are I just think the characters are interesting in and of themselves. That like you could spotlight that person the whole movie and it would still carry. Like One Battle After Another is like that, where like Sensei is like this very fleshed out, like interesting side character, and he's only on screen for like 20% of the movie.
I know.
Like he's really good. Lockjaw is like really well fleshed out and like so intense that you hate him. Like Hamnet is like she's a whirlwind of a talent and of a character. Like Frankenstein. I don't know. There's just so many good characters. And Marty Supreme was like, if I had to give best performance to any actor, I think it would be I think it would be Timothy, because he's just so captivating, and you're locked in and just interested in what he's gonna do next for the whole movie. And that's a tough role to be, to keep the audience's attention, but also simultaneously piss them off at every turn. You do, especially at the beginning, you hate this guy. And you're like, he's arrogant and he's kind of the worst. And so at the end, when you're like, he's kind of dueling it out and you're like, this isn't going to end well for you. So I'm heartbroken for you, but I also don't feel that bad because you kind of deserve it. Like it's this whole mixed bag. So I think it's just so dependent on Timothy, and he knocks it out of the park that I want to put it at 2.
Do it.
But I just, it feels like a tie. They're both just so good.
They're both excellent movies.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what our number 1 is.
That means we have the same number 1, which I
knew it.
This is my prediction as well for what I think is going to win.
I hope it does.
Like if I was going to put money down, my money's on Sinners to win best.
Wait,
picture.
we didn't count down.
Sorry, 3.
The Oscar goes to
3, 2, 1.
Sinners.
Which is the first movie we saw on this list.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Thank goodness.
That maybe that is a testament to the movie. It was the first one we saw. We still have both put it at number 1.
Yes, that is a testament to the movie.
Yeah.
That we still think about it. We're still impressed by it.
I think, and I think what solidifies this movie for me at number 1. There's a lot of things that are like so great about it, but just the fact that this was not only genre bending and like sort of like, you don't see vampire movies often anymore, and if you do, they're cheesy. Yeah. Like, it's not a genre that's well sought after, but this was such an original take on it, and like it was an original idea.
Exactly.
How many of those other movies are based on books? One Battle After Another, though it's not a name, is based on a novel.
Marty Supreme's based on a person.
Real person. Hamnet, book. Train Dreams, book.
Yeah.
Frankenstein, book.
F1, sport.
Okay, yeah. F1, like, real thing, although it's like fictional story. Sentimental Value, I have no idea, and Secret Agent, I have no idea. But
not
also
impressive enough.
wasn't better than Sinners. Sinners is not only like an original idea and just the brainchild of Ryan Coogler, like such a good idea. It also, I think, had so much to say about the real world, even though it's this like fantastical, kind of ridiculous, like scary movie. It's like it had so much commentary about African American music and about blues and just like, and even like interfaith dynamics. Like it had so much that you walked away from it being like, whoa, that's a like that. Yeah. It just like, it was about real things, even though it wasn't about real things. And which sounds real cheesy, but that was what makes it number one for me.
And it was stunning.
Yeah.
Like, the cinematography, incredible. Like, there's certain movies on this list where I was like, man, I don't love the story, but the cinematography, excellent. Or cinematography wasn't my favorite, but the dialogue really got me. But this was just, like, incredible all around. And like you said, like, so unique and so original.
Yeah. And I think truly great films, let me say this. Truly great films are popular enough to see in IMAX. And like I walk out of there going like, wow.
Yeah.
I thought Oppenheimer worth seeing in IMAX.
Yeah.
Like, was really cool. Interstellar was like that. And this one I walked out of the IMAX like, I'm so glad I saw it in that format. Like, not just because Ryan Coogler talks about it so much, but because like it felt like a different experience watching it in watching it in just that huge screen and in the sound that it was. Yeah.
And I'm excited to rewatch it.
Which is probably the biggest compliment you could ever give a movie, because you don't like scary movies. So the fact that like
I love
that's
a
how
good
I know,
story.
And this is like, the story is so good in this that you're like, it does, the scariest parts like don't just kind of roll off the back. Yeah, and a movie that is about like has musical scenes and elements to it. Also has a lot to say about religion and the use of faith within that, and has like stuff to say about race and like cultural identity, which are like three huge things in a movie. Like there are movies made about just one of those, and the fact that Ryan Coogler can mix those all together and still make like a just stunning and captivating movie is wild.
I'm so excited to watch him win, because he better.
Yeah. And well, is it the only banjo representation?
It might be.
I wonder if you could tally up all the movies that were nominated for Best Picture. Do any of them feature a prominent mandolin or banjo? Probably not. And that's why you don't let the white guy with a banjo into the function. That's, if you can take away anything
that should
from
be your Letterboxd
2025.
review.
Don't let the white dude with the banjo in.
The Irish one with the banjo.
Don't let the sus Irish guy into the party.
Says the Irish musician sitting across from me.
Yeah, he's gonna screw with the vibes. He's gonna throw the vibes way off.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and Michael B. Jordan is just like, he's so good. I didn't even think during that movie like I didn't like watch or see anything that was like him playing two characters was an issue. There was nothing in there where it was like, oh, he's like, that's a stunt double. Like everything just felt so real. Yeah. And maybe one of the only movies that features a rattlesnake, which is another big thing, at least for me. What?
What are you talking about?
You don't remember that part? It's at the sort of at the beginning when they get the
Oh,
car,
yes,
they're going
yes,
to the
yes,
car
yes.
and he pulls out. And
Sorry, you said
they kill her.
rattlesnake, and I
maybe
was
it's
like,
not a rattlesnake. Maybe it's just a snake.
it's like a serp. Yeah, because we were
Yeah.
like, oh, is he trying to say something about? But yeah, when you said that, I was like, you're thinking of Babylon, my love.
No, but Babylon.
I was like, that's Margot Robbie.
Also a great movie.
But we'll chat later.
Any other thoughts on Sinners?
No, it's gonna win, and it should.
Yeah, it absolutely should.
Love
Ryan
Ryan
Coogler's
Coogler.
gonna be like
I
one
love
of the
that
best.
man.
Well, like he's gonna be one of the best directors
I mean, what do you do after this?
of our generation.
What can you do after this?
Oh, and I think an underappreciated, not even underappreciated. It's just like still shocking. Ludwig Göransson doing the music for this, like,
yeah.
made it so much.
Oh,
Gave this movie so much identity. Made it like so much of what it was. That just whatever that guy does next, I'm gonna listen to it and probably like it. Like, he just has such a fascinating discography and career that like I could never in a million years like chart out how that happens. Just like all the things he's worked on, but whatever he does next, even if it's like something real weird, like I'm still just gonna devour it. So yeah, he is like shaping up to be what feels like one of the best composers and film music editors of our generation as well. So
wow.
if they do another project together, like the way like Hans Zimmer works with, Christopher Nolan on like specific things, like if they go hand in hand with a lot of things,
They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I'm gonna love those things. So that's gonna be my like Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro sync up, All right. So can you read yours from bottom to top for me one more time, and then I'll read mine from bottom to top, and then we'll talk about some honorable mentions.
Sentimental Value, Begonia, Secret Agent, F1, Train Dreams, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners.
Okay. We have like the same categories. Mine is Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Begonia, Frankenstein, F1, Train Dreams, Hamnet, One Battle, Marty Supreme, Sinners. And I don't even feel great about that list. Like they're like reading it back, I'm like, oh well, that's better than that, but that's not better. It's like rock paper scissors. It's like some are better than others, but then that it's worse than ones above it. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's.
But do you feel good about your like very top and bottom?
My top and bottom, I feel locked in. All right. 2025 was a big year for movies. Is there any that you felt like got left off the Best Picture nominee list?
I just won't shut up about Sorry Baby.
Yeah. Okay, that was gonna be mine.
Sorry Baby was so good.
Okay. Yeah.
And again, I think if you want to win an Oscar, again, a lot of these movies have a lot of impressive elements. And if you're going to have a simpler film, you got to have a really strong story, really strong acting. And I was just blown away by Sorry Baby. Do you remember? I saw the trailer and it was just so vague that I was like, I have to see this.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I have to know. And it was the storytelling was excellent. The acting, like, I was stunned at how much I could laugh and like cry at a movie. Like,
yeah,
how much heartbreak would take place, but then like a joke. Like, I think that's what it is. I think my dark humor really had a time this year. I was like, I think that's me. I think I have dark humor. So I just really appreciate Sorry Baby. And as I said on our podcast episode about it, it is triggering for a lot of people. So I'm not saying you have to watch it, but if you think you can handle it, so well done. Such a beautiful like film. I was very impressed.
Yeah, that was going to be mine. Like my big one is, and I think a budget has a big, like obviously, and just like notoriety and star power, but also just really impressive that Ava Victor wrote that and like starred in it, like
and directed it.
Like that is a feat in and of itself, and yeah, like it's a movie that like stays with you. Like
Yeah.
I think about that movie once a month at least, just to be like, whoa, like
Every time I see a
remember
cat,
that?
I think of that and Breakfast at Tiffany's.
yeah, honestly. Every time I hold a baby.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe not every time I hold
Sorry,
a baby, but
baby.
yeah, anytime. Yeah, honestly, I think about it a lot. One that I don't think I would have nominated for Best Picture, but I did really enjoy this year. That I was really glad we saw. Superman.
I'm glad we saw it too.
Maybe it doesn't deserve Best Picture, especially because it's
no.
it is comic book and like
got its
DC
cheese.
universe. Yeah, there's just like a cheese. There's like a commercialism to it that, don't get me wrong, the Oscars already have and are already fraught with, but I don't know. It was like a movie that I think we'll look back on and go like I'm sure we'll show future generations and our kids like, oh yeah, this is like a fun movie to put on. The way that like, like a lot of people view Jurassic Park or just like fun, easy watch movies. Which was great. Okay. I just have one. I'm sure there's a bunch, but is there any movie that jumps out specifically of movies you didn't see from this year but you wish you had?
I have two.
Okay, I have one, and I don't think we have the same one, so this will be good. So maybe these will be like good next episode focuses if we can. Give me one of yours.
Did you do Weapons?
No. Okay. You wanted to see Weapons? It got so much acclaim.
More so, I wish I had the guts to see it.
You're too scared.
I'm very scared, but everyone's like, it's like the best horror film ever. And again, I think people are saying the story's really good.
I heard a lot of people say like, oh yeah, it's really good. I also feel like I heard one or two people say like, eh.
Okay.
I talked to a guy, maybe it's just one guy at my work that was like, I was confused. I didn't understand it.
Oh.
So maybe that guy's just dumb.
I've just heard really good reviews, and I wish I wasn't so chicken. And the other one I put...
We could watch it at home.
Okay.
Hey, let me say mine, and then I'll go back to yours. We'll bounce back and forth. Mine was Knives Out mystery.
Oh, everyone's been recommending that to us.
Everyone's been recommending it to me.
We're the worst friends ever.
And the reason that shout out to Josh Miller, because he recommended this to me and said, and this was the hook that like really made me want to see it, was he said something along the lines of like, it's one of the best depictions of sin and our need for mercy.
And not sinners.
And not sinners, which is also like...
Sinners was the best depiction of hell.
Life without Jesus.
Back to Knives Out.
So like Knives Out, I was like, that's fascinating to me, and I don't know what that... Maybe I'm misquoting him, so sorry, Josh, if you're listening to this, but... Yeah, like I just... That triggered me. And I heard a lot of people say that like, oh, there's like religious or spiritual or Christian themes within it. That was like, I think it's just maybe they just mean that there's a priest.
That's what I heard.
But like, that's one I want to see. And the Knives Out movies are good.
I've never seen them.
But
this is the most I've heard about one.
Okay.
So maybe that'll be.
So do you want to start from the top? Do you want to watch the first? There's only 3. This is the third one.
Yeah, let's start from the top.
You want to start from the top?
Cool.
I remember. I have. No, I did. I
remember.
remember.
Are they all like whodunit stories?
Yes, and I remember who did it in the first one, but I don't remember who did it in the second one. So maybe, yeah, let's watch him and see.
This is unfair because for anyone listening who doesn't know this already, any like who's the killer type movie or show, Zeke predicts who it is immediately, and I know they like.
Yeah.
Directors throw in little clues to like very, very subtly foreshadow like there might be something off. But like you guess it before they give you that.
Yeah, you're some
crazy.
Things. But I do remember the first one. I definitely remember who did it in the first one. and I don't remember. Like, I think when I saw that first one, I was like, whoa, I had no idea see it coming. So I think these are ones where like you really can't predict it. So I think you'll like this. It'll humble me, and it'll give an even playing ground.
I'm down.
Okay, what was your other one?
Smashing Machine. I've heard like
Really
no reviews about it, but I was really excited to see it. And then
is that just because it was A24? What, or do you have some affinity for The Rock?
Honestly, I think him and I'm blanking on her name. I'm blanking.
An actress. What was
John
she?
Krasinski's wife.
Emily Blunt?
Yes. I really was interested to see their dynamic. And I think we saw Iron Claw last year, right?
I think we watched it in 2025. But it was Best Picture nominee like 3-4 years ago.
Oopsies. But anyways.
Or was it I don't know if it was nominated.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I feel like we would have watched it, but we didn't see it till last year.
Wow.
Oh, well, somebody fact check us on that.
I loved Iron Claw. But anyways, for some reason after I saw that, I was like, I think I want to see Smashing Machine. And I just never did. But it's based on like a real couple, I'm pretty sure. And I think I was also interested because it's like, I think I was more motivated to see after Iron Claw because I was like, man, even if I don't know much about the sport, this seems like one of those films that's like trying to say something more about like marriage and family. And so
humanity.
Yeah, so I was interested to see how they did that. But I also have heard nothing.
Yeah, I feel like it did really poorly in the box office, which is not a testament to whether or not the movie's like good or not.
I still want to see it.
I just can't imagine that it's as good as Iron Claw.
I'm very curious about the story. Like I am curious.
Yeah, not all movies about pro wrestling are gonna be Iron Claw. Like that was good.
I don't think it's gonna. No, I'm just saying because I saw Iron Claw, I was like, okay, I'm interested.
Yeah, that's fair.
Iron Claw is so good.
Okay, let's talk a little bit of trash.
Let's talk trash.
Worst movies or just bad movies of 2025. I have 2. Maybe we have the same 2?
I have 5.
Oh. Whoa. Okay, all ones that you saw.
I don't know if they're
seen.
all 2025.
Okay, let's depict some of these. There's one that I know. Okay, wait. I know you have on your list.
I was being mean. I was like stretching. Like I was like, let me try to think of the worst.
Okay, give me your worst 3.
Was Mickey 17 2025?
That was on my list too. Yes. Okay, let's talk about
the worst.
It was
the worst.
And it's a bummer because Mickey 17 was like the follow-up to Parasite. Not the follow-up, but it was like
I know.
It was his next movie, or at least
I don't
pretty
know
subsequent.
What this was.
And I'm blanking on his name. Junho. He's such a good filmmaker. All of his stuff is great, and like Parasite was like generational movie, and then Mickey 17 was just like just flopped. Just so bad. And I don't blame Robert Pattinson either. He was good. Like he wasn't. It just was a bad movie.
I don't know why his voice sounded so weird.
Not the only movie where he's like got a weird voice, but yeah.
You want to say our other one?
I think we might have the same one. 3, 2, 1.
If I had legs, I'd kick you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
Let's talk some trash.
Not talking trash on the subject. When I heard about what the movie
I was intrigued
about parenthood and about like
but it was kind of a psychological thriller.
I
was
in the worst of ways.
I was in.
It just okay, here's another gripe I had. I don't know why A$AP Rocky was in it.
Oh my gosh.
That provided
Oh my gosh.
That provided nothing for me. That I think they just heard that Tyler the Creator was in Marty Supreme.
Oh my gosh.
And they were like, let's get a black rapper to act. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think. And he was he wasn't bad. He was good.
He was one of the best parts of the movie. I just don't know why he's there.
It just didn't add any element to the character or the story that was necessary, and it was like this odd depiction of the craziness of motherhood that didn't offer any sort of hope or resolution or helpful insight. You know?
Yeah. Well, and I think too, like, I'm not a mother, and I think a lot of people who are maybe watch this and maybe like resonate with mom guilt. Like, I wonder if that's what it was about. Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Tell me the thing.
That movie did make me very upset with the mom. Like, I was like, I know you're going through stuff, but like, you're making some bad decisions, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's not mom guilt. I think mom guilt is very much this like very valid feeling, but it's this lie when it's really you like are comparing yourself and feel like you're not doing enough. And so I'm like, I wonder if like this movie was just trying to exaggerate so that you had some idea of like, this is what mom guilt feels like. Like, think of how much you're antagonizing her. That's how mom feels about herself.
For sure.
But if that was the goal, like I didn't have a ton of like sympathy for her.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did, but I also thought she made terrible decisions. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So it didn't make me like more compassionate for moms.
No.
I was just so mad at everyone in this movie.
Another movie.
The dad? Gone.
Another movie with no villain, but also no good people. Nobody you're rooting
everyone's
for.
The villain.
Like, you're just hoping good things for the kid, but even then you don't know them, or they're not part of the movie
and
enough for you to root for.
It just stressed me out.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it.
I thought it was good film making. Like, I was watching this movie going like, I'm feeling something. My heart rate's up. I'm stressed. There are people in this thing that like I'm having visceral reactions to. But
I don't like it.
I don't think it was and I can't say that with certainty because I'm not a parent, but I don't think it was an accurate depiction of the emotional state that is parenthood.
Which is interesting because I feel like with Frankenstein, like, if you take the parenthood hook from it, you have this guy who, like, his whole life goal was to create life out of something dead. Mm-hmm. And then when he does it, he regrets it for the rest of his life. And that's a very, very different story. But with this one, it seems like they're trying to tell us, like, the mom doesn't want to be a mom. She, like, regrets this. You know what I mean? But it was just such a different story. And I was like, ooh. Yeah. It was hard to watch. It drove me crazy. And if that was the goal, great, I guess. No, yeah.
I think part of that, too, is you and I had really high hopes for that. Like, we'd heard so many good things about it. And
I was interested in the concept.
I was, too, yeah. All right. I think we both have our pick on what we think will win. And this is the first time, I think, in a long time where we've done this. And I think I know what's going to win. And I think
they'd be
that is what I want to win.
That's how confident I am.
Okay, so we're both picking Sinners to win, and we both want Sinners to win.
Yes.
Is that cool? If there was a second movie that would win that's not Sinners, what would you pick?
I think Marty Supreme will.
Okay, Marty Supreme would be your second pick on what would win.
I think so. I feel like I love One Battle and I love Hamnet, and I feel like they've gotten some good awards for it already.
Yeah.
But like these Sinners and Marty Supreme were just such impressive films.
Yeah.
Like I'm just impressed.
Yeah. No, I think so.
It'd be crazy to not.
I think if Sinners doesn't win Best Picture and it doesn't win Best Directing, if it doesn't win one of those, I would be really upset.
If F1 wins for cinematography, I'm going to throw something. We're canceling our Apple TV subscription.
And we're blocking all AI. Yeah, I think Marty Supreme would be my pick for number 2 on both of those categories of what I think should win and what I think would win. One battle is maybe just a little too artsy. Yeah.
I think it just spoke to me.
That's fine. I think that's great. It's a great movie. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. All right. We'll check back in and we'll see what happens.
This was fun.
We'll do a
What a year.
We can do a react.
A film.
What are you looking forward to seeing in 2026?
I put 3.
I put 4. So.
Whoa.
Well, okay. One of them I just read about when I was looking up what the release dates were for these other 3. So
let's say
I'm just gonna say that's 3.
One first, though.
3, 2, 1.
The Odyssey.
Yeah. I tried to already buy tickets for it when they pre-released, and I was too late. That is like huge, and I'm so looking forward to it that I'm anxious that my hopes are going to be too high. Like Oppenheimer dropped, and I was like, I have no idea what this is about. So I'm like, I wasn't, I couldn't go into it with a certain expectation. But the Odyssey, I'm like somewhat familiar with.
Yeah.
And it's such a stacked cast that I'm like, man, if this doesn't do well, I'm going to be so bummed. All right. What else are you looking forward to?
Mostly just because I want to know what happens. Drama.
Oh, yeah. That's
I
a
just need
great
to know
that's
what
a great
happens.
call.
It might be a terrible movie. These trailers are so freaking ominous. I just want to know what happens. And then, just for fun, it's probably not going to be anything crazy. But I just want to see Devil Wears Prada 2.
I knew you were going to put that. I had a feeling.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Get dressed up.
You want to go see the...
That's what Anne Hathaway said to do.
Okay. So what are you going to wear?
Prada.
We better go shopping. I don't think we own a single item of Prada clothing.
We'll go to Goodwill tomorrow.
All right. We'll find just anything in Prada, even if it's men's long sleeve.
Maybe a Dalmatian coat.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be a fun one. I like a fun film.
Mine was Odyssey, Dune 3.
Oh, that's coming out this year?
Slated to come out in December, so we'll see. I don't think it actually will. I feel like it'll get delayed. But that's just, I don't know.
One can hope.
And then Narnia, directed by Greta Gerwig.
It's show,
slated
though, right?
to come out. No, it's a movie.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
I heard it was going to be a series.
Where'd you hear that?
Like when they announced it was happening.
Oh, I heard it was a movie. Maybe you're right. If so, I don't have good expectations for that, and I don't have bad expectations for it. I'm just like,
but Narnia is such a
I'm
good
just
story.
so interested in what she's gonna do.
Right?
Like, it's either gonna be really cool and like groundbreaking, or it's gonna be like, yikes, Greta.
Yeah, I'm curious if she's gonna like try to put a lot of twists on it or keep it really true to the book.
Yeah, and I love most of what Greta Gerwig does. Like, she...
Really?
Yeah. Little Women, Barbie.
You liked Barbie?
Yeah.
You liked Barbie. You liked Barbie.
I didn't love it. It wasn't like...
I didn't love it.
I wasn't the target demographic for that movie.
But you thought she did a good job on it.
It's definitely a well-made movie.
Whoa, okay. Sorry, I didn't know.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, that's right. You hated Barbie. You just don't like anything pink. You legitimately hate the color pink.
I didn't hate the movie.
Okay. We'll get into that later.
I love Greta. I was just like so not expecting you to say that.
Okay, well, Lady Bird.
Excellent.
What else did she do? What am I missing?
That's it.
Frances Ha.
Stars in it.
Like I don't know. I just think she's so unique and like.
Yeah, she's a kook.
I just have no idea. It's also like C.S. Lewis is still being redone in 2026. Yeah. That's like a testament.
Narnia's fun. I hope she has fun with it.
Yeah. So that I'm curious to see. And then I just read something about this, so maybe I should pull it up to get the accurate information about it. There's a movie called Social Reckoning. Do you remember watching The Social Network?
Oh, yeah, I do.
So that one's Aaron Sorkin about Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg and sort of the genesis, the invention of Facebook. This is like the downfall.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I don't know what that means essentially. I think it's like kind of the whistleblowing of the last couple of years and the rise of like the legal troubles that Facebook has gotten into.
Oh, that's not as fun as a movie.
Not at all, but I think it'll be really interesting. And it's Aaron Sorkin. And so it's literally like Aaron Sorkin wrote the first one and now he's writing a second one as like
crazy.
A companion movie.
That's crazy.
And two people that I think you'll be interested to hear star in it. Jeremy Allen White.
Wow.
And Mikey Madison.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, crazy.
Mikey, I miss Mikey.
And I don't think they're going to like, this isn't going to be like fun. I mean, like, let me take that back. It's not like those actors have been in fun movies before. Like, Nora was wild. And
this one's going to be dark.
So I don't think it's going to be super
gosh.
feel good, like
who's she gonna
thriller.
Play?
But I think she's like a whistleblower. I don't know. You will have to look it up. And it's like later in the year. So, but
amazing. I'm so excited.
I read that like just when we were getting ready for this. And I was like, this feels like, I don't know. This just feels like star-studded, and it's got a lot of capacity, a lot of potential here. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Exciting.
But Odyssey #1.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Anything else? Any other thoughts on the list?
It's a good year for film.
It was a good year for film. And what was our resolution last year? Do you remember?
To watch all of them.
That's our resolution every year. Was to see more movies in theaters. And you know what?
We've been doing it.
We did.
On a budget.
Yeah, we did good. This podcast is not sponsored, but it should be by Paul X Cinema.
Yes, it should be.
It absolutely should be. Honestly, like my favorite theater.
Same.
Of all time.
I love it.
I would personally fund that theater if I could, if I had the means.
We should have like a live podcast taping there.
Oh man. I don't think we'll ever get like that 2. Big, but yeah, it's just you and I, and nobody else.
Renting a room.
I'd do that. It'd be worth it. I'd love to do that. Okay, I love you, and I love watching movies with you. Thanks for listening.
Film is not dead.
No, man.
Go to the movies.
Happy 2026.